everyone!
Welcome back to our channel. We are back with a really fun video for today. We put some little posts out there asking for questions that we will answer. So we're super excited about it. We got quite a few responses for our first time doing this.
Yeah, so we're gonna pick some of the questions that we got and answer them, so it's like a little Q&A to get to know us a bit better.
So our first question is, what have you hated the most / liked the most during these difficult times that we're in?
Okay.
What I've not liked the most, I think we're very busy people, so it's very different to not be as busy and not be able to do as much. We're used to going to school and going to work and getting to go to the gym and do like cool, fun, different stuff to keep our days busy.
And for me, it's pretty similar. I'd say the thing that I don't like the most is kind of not having like a set schedule and like kind of the same thing over and over, where I know like, okay, I'll go to work every day, like Monday to Friday, and then I have school Monday to Friday. So I think that's been like the hardest thing for me, because I'm like a routine person. The thing that I like the most is kind of being able to do things that I usually feel like I don't have time to do, which is like silly because you can like make time for anything. So it's been nice to kind of like catch up on like old hobbies.
What I've liked about it though is getting to spend more time with you and my family and be here and do stuff. We get to go on walks every day with my family, which is great. We've been looking at lots of videos and watching videos. We started at like a Disney movie list. So I've liked that, being able to do stuff that maybe take a break for a bit, like from our busy lives. It's kind of like the contrast, but take a break from our busy schedules and be able to do something a little different, relaxed. So our next question is, why did you start this YouTube channel, and what are your plans for the channel? So I think why we started the channel was we like both kind of liked that and had like an interest in that, so we wanted to do it. I think being in Sudbury and not having as much to do, it's very hard to make a vlogging channel. But for us, it's just more for our own personal benefit and enjoyment, and for family and friends to watch it. We really don't care how many subscribers we have, likes we have, dislikes we have. I don't care about any of that. All I care about is that I get to share these memories with Heidi and myself and our family and friends who actually want to watch and enjoy it and be a part of our lives in that way. And I think the other goal is that it's always, like, our lives are so busy, so sometimes to see people or share things with people, it's so hard to do. Like watching like a video that we did maybe like connects you better to us, so you get to kind of live like through our life a bit. And then I think our plans for the channel, I think we're going to do more stuff like this where you get to know us better, for people that maybe aren't our family or like immediate friends, people that are different who've come across our channel.
So we've tried to make it like kind of just like more like our life, because we're like, Disney's a big part of our life, but we don't want it to be like just a Disney channel necessarily. Yeah. But we do like talk about it a lot and have a lot of content for future stuff. We're pretty much just going to be like filming more adventures, but I feel like more like sit down stuff and get to know us stuff, so you can see like more inside our like actual life, because obviously we're not always like traveling and going places and like not doing anything else. A lot of the time it's like we're going to school and work.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So this one's going to be a long answer, because the question
God.
a few people asked this is, how did we meet each other? I'm going to get into it. I'm going to go as quick as I can. So I went in January of last year to a game night with people from work, and it was actually at Heidi's house. I didn't know her at the time. She didn't know me at the time. So like the game night kind of thing, and we kind of like met there and like maybe talked like a few words to each other, like, and that was about it. And then the next day, I think I requested to follow her on Instagram, and I followed her, and that kind of went on where like we didn't talk at all. And then I was the camp supervisor for the camps that we work at now, and we did interviews, and Heidi interviewed, and then she was on my list to hire. She like wasn't on the list of the decision makers, top people, so she didn't get the job. So I had to email her and say, like, sorry, like, you've not been selected, and that sucked, because I was like, oh, like, it would have been cool to work with her. And then someone dropped out and didn't want to do the job, and our boss said, okay, Brandon, like, you can pick somebody from the list. And I picked Heidi because she was on the top of my list, like in the top 3 there, so offered her the job. And then what did you say when I called you?
Yeah, it was so funny, because like I obviously got like the decline that I didn't get the job, so, and I had like something else like as backup, so I was kind of like already like went through like the emotions of like, oh, I didn't get this job, so like I'll just do this job. So then when he called, I was like, well, like, can I think about it? And then like I was like, why am I saying can I think about it? Like, obviously I want like a camp's job, and at the school like it'll be so convenient.
Yeah.
So I was like, actually, never mind, I don't even know what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I'll take the job.
And then I was like, okay, good, because like can't have people dropping out, and she's good.
So then I started working.
And then I think there was just like connections and vibes and stuff back and forth. And then we hung out one time and I was like, oh, this is just like a friend thing because there's no way that this will happen.
Well, like, we didn't really know, like, I guess.
Yeah.
But, like, we always, like, had a good time with each other, like, at work and stuff. And we were always friendly and stuff. And we had, like, mutual friends, too, at work. Yeah. But, like, that developed after that. So it was, like, just, like, kind of a smooth transition where we were, like, oh, we could see each other, like, as friends. But then after that, we were, like, okay, maybe more than that. And so, yeah. And then, like, we started, like, dating, like, a week after that.
Yeah.
Like, after we hung out for, like, essentially, like, the second time. But I feel like we just, like, knew. So, yeah. Really
so, in short, we met and then didn't talk and then met again and then got hired at the gym with me. And then worked. And then the rest is history. Yeah. So, the next one is how long have we been together? That one's really quick. We've been together for almost 10 months. It'll be in April. So, that's cool. It's been almost a year.
Woo.
The next question, what was your favorite part about your past Disney trip? So we went in like November of last year, so 2019.
I think my favorite part was just spending time like together, because we're always like busy and we're always like together with like work and school, but sometimes it's like nice to just like have a break from like just working all the time and like actually doing something fun. So it was just nice to spend time together, and we both like were kind of on the same page where we both wanted to like get up in the morning and like get to the park and like go out there the whole day, and we were just like had that like positive high energy the whole time. So I think that was like my favorite part, that like to share that with someone who like felt the same way about it as well.
That's a good answer. That was kind of like my answer, so I'll give a different answer. I think just like the environment and having things happen to you where cast members are great to you, riding rides, pin trading, I think just the whole environment that Disney World like lets off, I think is my favorite part to add onto your thing. I think just like that like vibe of Disney is really, really cool.
I agree with that. This
one's a good question because this would be an easy answer for me, but no, it's not going to be. So if you could go anywhere in the world besides a Disney park, where would you go and why?
Do you want me to answer first? I feel like it's easier for me. So I'd go to the Maldives. I think that's how you say it. Is that how you say it?
Maldives. I don't know.
I don't even know, but I'd go there because like I've seen all the pictures online and it just looks like a really awesome, beautiful place. And I'm really like a beach person, so like literally any beach I would go.
So I think for me, I would pick Vancouver, which is kind of weird, but I've never really traveled except for Quebec outside of like anywhere in Canada. So I think it'd be cool to go to Vancouver. I think is like a place that you like have to go. I feel like it's really, really beautiful there. Honorable mention would be Australia, because I think that would be really cool. I've always wanted to go there, so I think those are really close. I just thought of that just now. Okay, the next one is why don't you do more videos on your channel? So this one, again, because we're so busy and we're students and we go to school and we have work, we sometimes leave the house at 8 a.m. and get back at like 9 p.m. So I think that would be one reason.
I also think another thing that Brandon said earlier was like, since we live in Sudbury.
Like location. Yeah. There's not just lots, like there's not lots to film. So for example, like a vlogger who's in Florida can go to Disney or Universal and like make their channel sustain from those experiences. So I think for us now it's like changing our ways to do more stuff like this, because we can't just always pick up and go to like a Disney park, obviously. But I think time and location are two of the biggest things, and I think we're trying to make time for this because it is important and fun.
Because we do like it, Next question.
So this one we got asked a few times. Everyone wants to know. So people asked, when are you getting married and where would that be? So this question's hard to answer because we are both still going to school, but then once we graduate, we still have to do more school. So trying to find a time there. Ideally, it would be like in between at some point.
We're kind of just like going with the flow. See like kind of what happens with school and where we end up. But hopefully in the near future we'll be engaged, and then after that married at some point.
So this one's a cool question, and we'll kind of get into this more in a separate video because we have some stuff planned. But we got asked, what is pin trading at Disney?
At Disney, if you go to the parks, a lot of the cast members actually have like little satchels, and they all like have like pins that you can trade with them.
Like a lanyard around their neck, anything like that. So we're gonna do a whole video because we ordered some pin boxes, so we're gonna do like a pin opening video. But it's really, really cool, and I think again we'll answer those more later on in a different video. The next question is, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
This is like a tough one. It really depends like where we get into school, because like what our plans are is that I ultimately want to be a physician, so I want to go to med school. So I'm applying like for the next school year, so I'll be applying like this summer until like October.
And then I want to be a teacher, so after
Yeah.
this like next school year at Laurentian, then I have to go to teachers college, so that could be in different places as well, wherever I get accepted to.
I feel like in the ideal world, like I'd be finishing up med school and starting like residency, and I feel like Brandon would already have like a job and like be a teacher, and then we'd have like a little house in Northern Ontario would be like the ideal situation. I feel at that point.
Yeah.
Like we have like
Stuff, yeah.
we have like our like goals set up, but obviously you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, and it's how do you both stay sane, working and living together? I think how we do it, like it's a cliche thing, but like Heidi's my best friend in the whole world, and I think it's a really good test. I think most couples or people, like I honestly don't think could do this. Like, working together adds on a whole another layer where it's like I think are very good at being like a professional at work and kind of like doing our jobs and not letting that stuff kind of affect anything, obviously. And I think it's also like allowed us to be ourselves. Like I know.
Yeah.
Like we both are just ourselves and we like feed off each other, and at work here, whatever, I think it's no different because again, it's like I get to work with my best friend and live with my best friend and do everything together. I think a lot of people couldn't do it. We're thriving doing it.
Yeah.
There's no problems with it. It's great.
Yeah.
Our last question, and then we'll get into some other stuff, but is what are your top 5 favorite Disney movies? And I think we got to do Disney in the sense of like Disney separate from Pixar.
Okay, yeah,
Brother Bear,
I'll go in
Big Hero
order.
6.
Big Hero 6, Brother Bear, Frozen, Tangled, and Frozen 2.
And then my 5th, Tangled, and then Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Zootopia, and The Lion King. Top 5.
Okay guys, that looks like that's the end of our video.
Thank you to everyone who asked us questions. This is our first Q&A, so it was really, really cool. We'll do more of this in the future, but if you want to like our video, subscribe if you're new. There's going to be new stuff coming on. Thank you to everyone who is a subscriber. We appreciate you. We love doing this for you guys and our family and friends. And remember, it's always sunny out there. No matter what's happening in the world, it's always positive. So we just want to radiate that off to you. So thanks for watching.